Stop and watch this if you're protesting against Israel, because a new bill that has been passed down prevents you from doing that. And if you continue doing so, you might just find yourself in trouble. The Anti-Semitism Awareness Act was passed down by the United States House of Representatives, which is a bill that protects the rights of the people of Israel in school campuses or universities. Some of the school protests have been shut down by police on school campuses. But because of this bill, they're going to be able to do a lot of things that they were not able to do so with the police efforts that they embarked on. I don't know how true some of the speculative implications are, but some are saying that if they find you protesting, you might just be sent to Gaza for a particular period of time. Let's take a look at some of the insightful perspectives that we've gathered for you and see the reasons as to why the House of Representatives wants to broaden the definition of anti-Semitism. With everything that is happening to the Palestinians, one can only wonder why there's a lot of caution when it comes to the protests against their oppressors.
They've introduced a bill that if you protest against Israel, you'll be sent to Gaza. This was introduced today, Wednesday, May 8th, by Republican Representative Andy Ogles of Tennessee. You might remember Andy Ogles from this clip taken back in February.
I've seen the footage of
You've seen footage of
shredded bodies. That's my taxpayer dollars. I'm going to kids.
So I think we should kill them. If that makes you feel better. All right? Everybody.
Any person convicted of unlawful activity at a college or university to do community service in Gaza for 6 months. The bill, dubbed the Anti-Semitism Community Service Act, was introduced by Representative Andy Ogles of Tennessee and Representatives Jeff Dunch of South Carolina and Randy Weber of Texas as part of the two bills which take to aim at college students. He says, if you support a T organization and you participate in unlawful activity on campuses, you should get a taste of your own medicine. I'm going to bet that these pro-H group supporters wouldn't last a day, but let's give them the opportunity. Pretty obvious this is not going to pass, but it does give you a glimpse of just how crazy these politicians have become.
Is it just me, or does it feel like all the celebrities that refuse to speak up about Palestine are now starting to see the tides change and they are not in their favor at all? Okay, so now that I've got y'all attention, I was asked about it several times on my live about if I supported the mass blocking of the celebrities. If you haven't already seen so on my page, go look, because I immediately responded and blocked them, okay? And then followed up and blocked Kourtney Kardashian as well. I tried to save you, girl, but I did my research and it turns out you also have not said anything, even though you didn't sign that list or that thing that came around through Israel. You also haven't said anything about the Palestinians, so I'm sorry, girl, you got to go. Sorry, not sorry, bye. Yes, I support the mass blocking of the celebrities, and it's because the Met Gala, it was in poor taste. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We had already been at our wits' end, but the Met Gala really took the cake. Anywho, in the meantime, between time, the Republican Party is sneaking in bizarre bills into the House. Republicans introduced an absurd bill to send arrested student protesters to Gaza. Now, upon reading the article, it states that if they are found guilty and convicted of a crime, which the First Amendment protects their right to freedom of speech, no bill can overturn the amendments. That's not how that works. The amendment is a much heavier document, or the amendments are much heavier documents than a bill that was just introduced in, okay? So I don't foresee that happening, but this is America. Anything is possible. I say that very heavily, not lightly, heavily. Literally anything is possible. We have seen Donald Trump become the president. We have seen an insurgents under his presidential reign. So anything is possible. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so they basically stated that if you are convicted, you would be sent over there from 3 to 6 months, anywhere from that time frame. Now, I know y'all thinking like, oh, how could they do this and the third? Now, hold on, because wait a minute, they might have just ate this one up. They might have just ate that. They might have just ate that up, okay? Say we push all the Palestinians who have not been able to return home, okay? Whether you were born in America or not, you have been denied the right to return home or return to Gaza. Say we push them all the way to the front. They got a free trip, a one-way trip to Gaza. Now, I see where they're going with this, and I understand why they're trying to trying to use this as a corporal punishment in order to scare us or somewhat, punish us. But y'all may have just ate this up, because if y'all send us back to Gaza and all of us collectively that are from America and we know how to make some shit shake, we know how to make $1.15. If we all pull our own resources together, we may be able to go ahead and rebuild Gaza. I don't know, but that's just where my mind went. I said, wait a minute, hold on. We should really consider this, because they kind of ate that up. And a lot of us do want to go to Gaza in order to rebuild Palestine or the Gaza Strip. Not so that we can purchase any land, because that's not helping. You help rebuild and then you carry on home. But a good 3 to 6 month stretch, I could put that on my college applications. I could use that as humanitarian work. In addition to that, all the beautiful stories, all the culture that you'll be dripping in, all the love you'll be surrounded by, the Palestinian way of doing things. I mean, it sounds like a really good time. And if I had to my head, if they gave me a choice, they said, live the life you're living right now, or get sent to Gaza for 3 to 6 months, I'm gonna choose that. Go ahead, send me, boss. Go ahead, send me. Anywhere will be better than here. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's real ghetto in America right now. It's real ghetto. And I don't want to be around any of you Caucasians. And before y'all say it, okay, before you children of the Caucasus Mountains say that, because not all of the white people are bad people, okay? Only the children of the Caucasus Mountains, and they have no problem letting us know that they are. Before y'all say it, just know, I want to go, okay? Because I know y'all gonna say, well, if you don't like it, then go back to Africa. I've been trying to go. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the economy or what, but I've been trying to. We've collectively been leaving one by one. Have you not noticed that we've been dipping up out of here? There's a whole trend of it on TikTok of us telling each other, here's the safest place for you to go. Yeah, because we don't want to be here with y'all no more. Y'all don't watch our chicken. We don't want to be around y'all. We're tired. And we don't want to be a part of it. Okay? You do the work. We're good. We'd rather go chill with the Palestinians. We'd rather duck up with the Palestinians. We'd rather chill with them. I need you to know that. We'd rather be in the rubble with them than to be here with y'all. We're good. You ate that up. I know you thought, okay? I know you thought that you was really digging that knife in, but you ate it up. You not that, listen, Republicans, you not that, but you ate that one little thing. You ate that one little thing, girl. Let me know when the flight's taking off. And can you send an extra ticket for my child? That's all I request. I don't want too much. And when is the return flight? Can we push it back a month or two? Is my question. Because I fear I may get there and think to myself, I don't want to go back. Please, God, don't send me back. Please don't send me back into that hell. Please, God. Let me know what y'all think down below, because they really are losing their marbles. What do you mean you going to send arrested student protesters? I'm low-key jealous. I'm not gonna lie. This hasn't even passed yet, but I'm low-key jealous already. Like, low-key. Damn. Let me know what y'all think. Also, hold up. Why y'all doing this now, but during Black Lives? You know what? No, cause that. Why y'all doing this now when y'all could have been sent a bishop of us back to Africa instead of us having to come up with the money on our own? Huh? Y'all could have been did that during Black Lives Matter, but now all of a sudden y'all want to send people back. Yeah, we saw lying you.
Republicans have introduced a bill called the Anti-Semitism Community Service Act, which would require that protesters arrested for criticizing Israel's ethnic cleansing of Palestinians on college campuses be sent to Gaza. Republicans in Congress have completely lost their minds, and their response to genocide is by sending protesters directly to where the genocide is being carried out.
In their comfy chairs, in their comfy houses, far away from us. They're untouchable, right? In the immortal words of AT&T, it's time to reach out and touch someone.
The reason you're staring at this man's stupid face is because this is representative of the 5th District of Tennessee, Andy Ogles. And the reason I'm showing you his face right now, is because this man introduced the stupidest bill I've ever heard of. And the fact that I believe he's serious is actually concerning. This man introduced a bill today to the House floor, Wednesday, May 8th, introduced a bill that would send protesting students to Gaza for 6 months. No, I wish I was actually joking. He's serious. In the bill, it says any person convicted of unlawful activity on the campuses of an institution of higher education beginning on or after October 7th shall be assigned to Gaza for the purposes of community service for a period of not fewer than 6 months. Basically, this man said, if you protest for Gaza, we're going to send you there, even though we're currently facilitating a genocide. He wants to sentence the students to basically for using their First Amendment right, all in the name of protecting, apparently. And mind you, this is the same man in February that when asked about the Palestinian children he says, I think we should, if that makes you feel better, to the person that he was talking to, a protester that was asking him the questions. The American politicians have lost their damn minds, and all I have to say is this man is up for re-election in November. If nothing else happens, please do not re-elect him, people of Tennessee. Please, for the love of God. And if you're feeling a little petty, because I feel a little petty, I'm gonna give his office a call tomorrow. This is the number if you want to join me. Don't be rude, don't be crude, but leave a message.
The proposed bill stipulates a minimum of 6 months of community service in Gaza for those convicted. A U.S. House bill introduced by Republicans in May 2024 proposed sending people convicted of unlawful campus activity on or after October 7th, 2023 to provide community service in Gaza. As of this writing, it is highly unlikely the bill will become a law, even if it made it through the House, which currently holds a slim Republican majority. It is almost certain to get unalived in the Democratic-controlled Senate. If passed, the bill will probably require offenders to spend a minimum of 6 months doing community service in Gaza, according to U.S. Rep. Andy Ogles, R10, who introduced the bill. As of this writing, no text for the bill is available. So if this bill gets passed into law, those that are protesting against Israel are pretty much going to be sent to Gaza, where the unaliving is taking place. You know, all those gruesome activities that are happening that side, they are not put into consideration. They're saying you're going to be going there to do community service for a 6 months time period. But what if you get unalived while on your way to Gaza? So these politicians are pretty much not considering the lives at stake here, the lives of the Palestinians. And this just shows you how the U.S. doesn't play around when it comes to protecting Israel. Even though the U.S. didn't participate in the unaliving of Israel people, the unaliving that was done by Germany, they are pretty much committed to paying back reparations to them, even on the basis of the people that were enslaved, the people that do deserve reparations. Their taxpayers' monies are being used to pay reparations to a country that pretty much doesn't deserve them. Or at least in that state or in that country, they shouldn't be doing that. They should be paying back reparations to the black people, but they are not doing that. And also this bill, whoever is passing it down, Andy Ogles, it shows you that he doesn't have consideration for the lives that are at stake. And I believe he's the one that was doing that interview with that reporter where he said he pretty much doesn't care whoever gets unalived. He said that I think we should unalive all of them. Now imagine if it was an African leader that said that. This would have been wild news. Everybody would have known about it. Every media outlet all over the world would have been talking about it, and how much non-considerable or how much non-compassionate African leaders are towards other people. And one famous line that most Western leaders love towards Africans is, they're animals. You know, they would have said that this is why we're always calling them animals. They don't have compassion. They don't care about anybody's well-being. And that's the reason why they used to call Africa the dark continent. They believed that animals used to live there in Africa, wild beasts. So they feared to travel there for centuries. So if an African leader said that, they would have said it's an animal. But you tell me what we make of a political leader who is palm-colored, who pretty much says that the lives of others are not important. On May 8th, 2024, U.S. Rep. Andy August R10 introduced a bill dubbed the Anti-Semitism Community Service Act that would require those convicted of unlawful activity on the campus of an institution of higher education beginning and after October 7th, 2023, to provide community service in Gaza. While the bill does not specifically mention unlawful activity relating to pro-Palestinian activism, its mention of October 7th, 2023 references the date of an attack on Israel by the militant Islamic group Hamas that unalived approximately 1,200 people of Israel. Since that date, as of this writing, Israel's declared war on Hamas has unalived more than 30,000 people and injured 72,889 in Gaza, according to the United Nations. And from that report, you can pretty much see that for those Israel people that were unalived, who are 1,200, they are pretty much unaliving more than 30,000 of people of Palestine, which is insane to even think about, because they are considering the lives of the people of Israel more precious and more important. Now, you help me answer this question. Is that where the Anti-Semitism Act of Awareness comes from and the Anti-Semitism Community Service Act also comes from? Does it come from a deep consideration or value of the people of Israel compared to the rest of us? And if it does, then why is that? Is it because of whiteness? Maybe a deep consideration that goes way back that we're not aware of? Or maybe it's just because they are answering to a higher power, because Israel believes that they are the chosen people of God and God always protects them. Perhaps the narrative that their lives are more valuable stems from this notion of being considered more important to the gods or to God himself. If the HR 8321, which reps Jeff Duncan, RSC, and Randy K. Weber, our Texas co-sponsored, passed and was signed into law, it would mean that the US government would send those convicted of these unspecified unlawful activities to Gaza to complete a minimum of 6 months of community service. The full text of the bill was unavailable as of this writing. However, it is highly unlikely that the bill will become law, according to the bill trafficking site. The bill has only a 2% chance of becoming a law. Even if the bill made it through the House, which currently holds a slim Republican majority, it is almost certain to get unalived in the Democratic-controlled Senate. Students have abandoned their classes to harass other students and disrupt campus-wide activities, including university commencement ceremonies nationwide. Enough is enough, August told Fox News Digital on May 8, referring to the bill. This is the "I will give you something to really cry about" bill, one ex-user commented. Let's just say that August is pretty much trying to do his job by protecting the people that he was sworn to protect, the people that the government mandated him to protect, the people of Israel. Because no politician serves the people. Every politician serves the government. And the government pretty much serves those that are above them, where the money comes from. But you tell me what you think about the bill or the act so far. Or maybe like that sister, you pretty much don't care whether you go to Gaza or not, because that's where your heart wants to be. And if there's one thing that such videos like this one teach us, is that politicians don't care about anybody else other than themselves. Thank you for joining me on this discussion. I will see you in the next segment. Please like, share, and subscribe.